Markets are frenzied as Oracle stock jumps 43% in a day, a historic record that propels Larry Ellison, 81 years old, past Elon Musk as the richest man in the world. $393 billion according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, which is more than 21 million years of minimum wage. The company that was once considered outdated suddenly becomes the beating heart of global artificial intelligence. But behind this stock market explosion, there's much more than just economic success. It's the story of an obsession. That of a man who spent his life wanting to dominate data, control the flow, and whose ultimate dream is eternal life. Larry Ellison is not a boss like the others. He's an orphan who became a billionaire, a rebel of Silicon Valley who built Oracle as an empire of knowledge. For him, information is the ultimate power. And for the past few years, that power has extended far beyond tech. He funds laboratories on aging. He dreams of an enhanced, monitored, eternal humanity. This isn't sci-fi, it's his roadmap. And while he's trying to extend life, he's building a network of influence that already seems immortal to him. In 2020, Donald Trump tried to ban TikTok. 5 years later, it's still around. But that's all. American servers are now managed by Oracle. The guardian of the algorithm isn't Google or Microsoft, it's Ellison. And that's only part of the story. Because while the father controls the servers and the data, his son David Ellison controls Hollywood, Skydance, and soon maybe Warner Brothers. The father has the technology, the son has the stories. Together, they control the pipelines, algorithms, and images. An empire linking Silicon Valley, Washington, and Hollywood. While all eyes are on BlackRock, the face of shadow finance, few notice another giant has already filled the gap. A cultural and technological empire capable of influencing politics, markets, and even our imagination. Hi, entrepreneur mindset. I hope you're doing well. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and terrifying story of Oracle and the Ellison dynasty. We're going to see how a Silicon Valley rebel became the guardian of artificial intelligence. Why did Trump entrust him with TikTok? How did his son David take control of Hollywood? And how far does Larry Ellison's obsession go to defeat death and control the world? It's a story of power, data, and ego. A dynasty that's ready to reshape the 21st century in its own image. Let's go. A boy grows up in a small South Side apartment with his single mother, a nurse struggling to make ends meet. His adoptive father is strict and distant. The child, Larry Ellison, learns at age 12 that he was abandoned at birth. That day, he promises himself he'll never depend on anyone again. Ellison isn't a school genius. He skips classes, is expelled from 2 universities, and flees to Berkeley without a diploma, but with an inner fire, a rage for revenge. He has no money, no connections, no plan. He firmly believes whoever owns the data owns the world. In 1977, in an office in Silicon Valley, he founded a small company called Software Development Laboratories with 2 friends. The idea was simple, build a database system. But Larry saw potential others didn't. The American government, especially the CIA, seeks ways to store and use large amounts of information. So they position themselves. The project is named Oracle, after the CIA's internal code name. The software is so effective that Larry makes it the company's core and renames the company Oracle Corporation. The first client is therefore the CIA. And from that moment, Ellison understands one essential thing. His power will not come from the code, but from dependency. Once your data is on its servers, you can't leave anymore. In the 1980s, Oracle becomes an empire. Ellison recruits salespeople like building an army, pushing them hard and promoting speed, dominance, and a victory-focused culture. His motto isn't that the one who innovates best wins. It's the one who sells the fastest. He was obsessed with Bill Gates, both envying and despising him. Gates sold consumer software. By the way, one day we should talk about the story of how Microsoft was created. In short, Ellison builds systems that even the government uses. He wants to be the general, not the salesman. In that era's Silicon Valley, he's a unique, provocative, egotistical, and flamboyant figure. While Jobs meditates in Buddhist temples, Ellison collects yachts, planes, and impossible challenges. By the way, Larry Ellison makes an appearance in Iron Man 2 because he embodies exactly what Tony Stark could have become in real life. A flamboyant billionaire, megalomaniac, obsessed with technology and control. But beneath this veneer of luxury, he's still the same. A cold strategist, obsessed with control. Others aim to change the world. He wants to control it. Oracle becomes a giant. Thousands of companies, banks, and government agencies now depend on its software. And in the 2000s, he keeps making billion-dollar acquisitions. PeopleSoft, Siebel, Sun Microsystems. Each acquisition grows his empire, and every competitor absorbed brings him closer to monopoly. The legend fades as the world outpaces him. Amazon, Google, and Microsoft lead the cloud. Oracle is a wealthy but sluggish giant, a soulless B2B empire run by a founder seen as outdated. Larry Ellison can't stand being seen as finished. Behind the scenes, he's planning a comeback and sees what others don't. Artificial intelligence is going to devour the planet, and those who own the servers will hold the keys to the future. So he pivots discreetly. Oracle is investing billions in infrastructure, giant data centers filled with NVIDIA GPUs, deals with open artificial intelligence with artificial intelligence startups, with governments. The software empire is becoming an artificial intelligence refinery, a shift that will change everything. In 2025, as Oracle's stock soars, investors celebrate the king's return, not just an old company's survival. The pirate of Silicon Valley has just become the captain of the ship again. And this time, he doesn't just control the databases of companies anymore, but the foundations of global intelligence. While building his digital empire, Larry Ellison is also advancing politically, and that's where the name TikTok comes into play. Donald Trump exits the White House, faces cameras, and speaks.
We are looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok.
At that moment, everything seems clear. For the first time, an American president threatens to ban a foreign app. Official reason, espionage. The administration accuses ByteDance, his Chinese parent, of collecting Americans' data and influencing their politics. If you want more info, I made a video linked in the description. Meanwhile, another battle is happening behind the scenes. The government is seeking a solution. How can they keep TikTok without losing face? Microsoft, Walmart, and Google are positioning themselves. Then Oracle unexpectedly emerges. Back then, Oracle isn't considered cool. It's known for servers, banks, and government agencies. But Larry Ellison sees an opportunity that no one else understands. TikTok isn't just an app, it's a goldmine of behavioral data. So he deploys his secret weapon, lobbying. He knows one thing: you can't beat the state, you avoid or fund it. Ellison has long been close to the Republicans. He financially backed Trump and hosted fundraisers at his villa. Oracle spends over $10 million annually on political influence in Washington. Lands the sought-after job, a strategic position as TikTok's American guardian, not a full buyout. Due to White House pressure, Project Texas is launched. A secret deal with the government requires ByteDance to store all United States data on Oracle servers. TikTok keeps its app, but Oracle holds the keys. TikTok has become more powerful than ever, with 150 million active users in the United States alone. Behind the dances, challenges, and trends, every like, every scroll, every second spent on the screen now goes through the servers. Oracle. Officially, Oracle protects Americans' privacy, but in reality, the company holds a behavioral database that's unique in the world. What users watch, what bothers them, what affects them. Raw data, emotional, political, exploitable, that's where the shift occurs. Oracle moves from controlling computing infrastructure to influencing the attention economy. It's an unseen but powerful grip. At the time the TikTok deal is signed, Larry Ellison is also strengthening his political connections. He discreetly advises Trump, finances the Republican campaign, and installs Oracle team members in government roles. As a result, the Oracle network expands, from servers to government, from the cloud to politics. Some worry about it, but Ellison enjoys it. For the first time in decades, Oracle is no longer just a back-office company. It's a geopolitical player, a digital watchdog, monitoring the data flows of the world's most powerful social network. But that's only half the story. While Larry Ellison manages the nation's digital brain, his son is aiming for its emotional heart. A 27-year-old man writes a $350 million check in the hills of Beverly Hills. It's not his money, of course. It's his father's, Larry Ellison. The young man's name is David, But in Hollywood, nobody really takes him seriously. Just another rich kid trying to run a studio. But David isn't playing. He wants an empire. Using his father's money, he founded Skydance Media. The name refers to the family's other passion, planes and yachts. Right from the start, he wants to make a big impact. Against all odds, there's a first hit, Mission Impossible 4, then Star Trek Into Darkness, Terminator Genesis, and especially Top Gun, Maverick with Tom Cruise. Every film pushes technical limits and relies on cutting-edge special effects. Often, as expected, hosted on Oracle servers. In 15 years, Skydance has become a giant. But 2024 marks a turning point as David Ellison announces Skydance's merger with Paramount Global in a deal worth tens of billions. This gives him control of major former Hollywood studios like Columbia Broadcasting, System Music, Television Nickelodeon, and Showtime. All of that is now part of the Ellison dynasty, and this is just the start. Because, according to the Wall Street Journal, Skydance is already preparing another move. An offer to buy Warner Brothers. Discovery owns Home Box Office, Cable News Network, and Detective Comics. If the merger succeeds, David Ellison will lead the world's largest media conglomerate, ahead of Disney, ahead of Netflix. When you control both technology and stories, you're not just broadcasting movies, you're shaping reality itself. This bond between father and son, between the digital and the narrative. Some analysts already call it the Ellison complex, a blend of Silicon Valley and Hollywood, between artificial intelligence and the dream machine. Oracle powers TikTok, which influences behaviors, while Paramount creates the content fueling them. Everything converges, everything becomes centralized, and at the head of this web, there's only one family. But this power game doesn't stop there. Behind the studios, servers, and deals lies a more disturbing goal: controlling the future. Larry Ellison is automating power globally, building systems that operate as we sleep, turning ideas into machines. When we talk about power, one name always comes up: BlackRock, the giant of finance, which manages more than $10 trillion in assets. BlackRock looms over balance sheets, from pensions and government debts to cotation assistée on Continue 40 and NASDAQ companies. An invisible but predictable empire controls finance, not minds. Oracle, meanwhile, controls the flows of attention, a different kind of domination that's cultural, algorithmic, and invisible. Because where BlackRock buys shares, Oracle buys brain time. And in our economy, that's the rarest resource in the world. For 20 years, Larry has used these resources to fund the Ellison Medical Foundation, dedicated to aging research. He dreams of overcoming death and extending human biological limits. He surrounds himself with scientists, pioneers of transhumanism, and artificial intelligence engineers. On his private island in Hawaii, he tests sustainable agriculture, smart city, and regenerative medicine models. A full-scale lab with no oversight. Ellison doesn't just want to age, he wants total control. He funds artificial intelligence-based surveillance projects, predictive police security systems, and wants a society based on control. Once again, Oracle provides the infrastructure, underground cloud recognition database. Technology turns into a weapon, making it political. Today, Oracle isn't just a company, it's a global system of influence. From this wild story, entrepreneurs can learn 3 lessons. First, focus on dependence rather than hype. Ellison never followed trends. While others aimed to create the next Facebook, he built the foundations these giants would need. Making others rely on your system ensures you win in any situation. In your business, don't try to be trendy, try to be indispensable. The second lesson, prepare slowly, strike quickly. Oracle is about strategic patience. They may take 10 years to enter a market, but once the opportunity arises, they move quickly. That's true mastery, slowness in preparation, lightning speed in execution. The third lesson is to create crises, your fuel. With every political, economic, or technological shock, Oracle comes out stronger. TikTok, European Union regulation, geopolitics. Ellison turns crises into contracts and obstacles into opportunities for control. For him, chaos is a resource, not a threat. If your business leverages it, it can become an empire. A bit like Uber, an app created for revenge that used several crises to become the world leader in its field. By using sometimes illegal methods, as you can see in the video that's showing,